What if I told you that a single supplement made from an ancient botanical can help you drop unwanted fat, balance your blood sugar, prevent heart disease, and heal your gut? That's the power of berberine. If it sounds too good to be true, keep watching, because in this video, I break down what this phytonutrient marvel is, how it works, and its top 4 benefits: weight loss, glucose control, digestive health, and cardiovascular protection. I'll also share tips for choosing a quality supplement and how to avoid side effects. Let's see how berberine can transform your health. Did you know that medical practitioners have recommended berberine for literal millennia? That's right. The first recorded use was over 3,000 years ago in an ancient Chinese text about medicinal plants. The coolest part is that berberine is still helping people with some of the same issues as back then, and many more. In this video, I'm going to explain what berberine is, how it works, and then talk about 4 of the biggest benefits of berberine, including weight loss, blood sugar improvement, gut health restoration, and prevention of cardiovascular disease by improving cholesterol. Berberine is one of a very small list of supplements that I prioritize in my daily routine because it's such a cheat code for metabolic health, decreasing inflammation, and promoting longevity. But berberine can be tricky to take for some people, so if you stick around to the end of this video, I'll talk a little bit about how to deal with potential side effects. All right, first on our to-do list is a little background info about berberine. Berberine is a natural compound found in plants like golden seal, Oregon grape, tree turmeric, and barberry. It is an isoquinoline alkaloid, which is an important class of natural products that have a wide range of biochemical activity. It is known for its bright yellow color and bitter taste, which is why high-dose supplemental forms are encapsulated or in a tablet form instead of a powder or chewable. You already know that berberine has been around for a long time and is well studied. A quick literature search reveals over 20,000 research articles published about berberine since 2020 alone, with hundreds of thousands before that. Here's a quick spoiler from all that research. According to a 2012 meta-analysis of 14 different studies, including more than 1,000 people, berberine was able to help with blood sugar control as much as the common diabetes medication metformin, and with far fewer side effects. One of the mechanisms that makes berberine so powerful, especially when it comes to regulating blood sugar, cholesterol, and metabolic health, is activation of adenosine monophosphate kinase, or AMPK. AMPK is known as the master metabolic switch because it helps regulate a variety of genes that help improve metabolism, stabilize mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, and enhance insulin sensitivity. As you can imagine, improving your metabolism results in better energy, loss of excess body fat, and decreased risk of heart disease. And triggering AMPK is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of what berberine can do. But before we dive into the 4 benefits of berberine that I'm covering in this video, it's crucial to note that the research I'm going to share about this powerful phytonutrient has been done using high-dose berberine HCl. And not all of the supplements on the health food store shelf can reliably deliver this standard of berberine, which means that if you take these unproven, poor-quality berberine supplements, you're unlikely to experience the same benefits as you would if you took something that's been third-party tested and practitioner grade. Same goes for taking powders, teas, or other types of berberine. You may get some benefit, but the research suggests that dose and quality is super important. I've got another video about why I think berberine HCl is the best form of berberine to take compared to newer forms like dihydroberberine or berberine phytosome, and you're welcome to check that out after this video. Like I mentioned, I take berberine daily, and I have a favorite product that I recommend. You can find a link to it in the video description and purchase it through my Fullscript dispensary for a really big discount. I would tell you how big of a percentage you'd save, but I'm literally not allowed to. Anyway, if you click the link, you'll be able to see the discount and sign in to find my favorite berberine. One more quick bit of housekeeping. I'll also put a link to my Functional Fat Loss Trio in the video description. This free download has details about dose and timing for berberine, which folks have found helpful. Please feel free to sign up for the free PDF if you'd like those details. Okay, let's start with berberine's most famous benefit, weight loss, or more specifically, decreased body fat percentage. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Berberine is one of the most powerful tools in my toolkit for helping folks overcome weight loss resistance. One of my one-on-one clients, who's been struggling with consistent weight gain for years, despite a really healthy diet, lost 5 pounds within just 1 week of starting my favorite berberine. And lots of my followers on YouTube have also reaped those rewards. Marlene Meyer, 9841, says, quote, "I'm 54 and 5+ years postmenopausal. For the last 3 months, I took berberine, 500 milligrams, after every meal. I also quit sugar and grains and ate 95% whole foods. I lost 22 pounds. My blood pressure went down and I feel great. I've eaten the same way before at different stretches, and my blood pressure was still high, so I credit the berberine for the huge improvement." And at VM says, quote, 2 years in surgical menopause here. I've been taking this for years and I am 3 stone down in pre-diabetic glucose levels. Dress size down from 20 to 14. How does berberine help you lose body fat and overcome weight loss resistance? Well, there are a few mechanisms. Like I already mentioned, berberine has been shown to activate AMPK, which is known as the master metabolic switch in fat and muscle cells. Improving metabolism on a cellular level improves insulin sensitivity and reduces fat accumulation in the body, which is especially important because your metabolism tends to slow down with age and decline along with hormones like testosterone and even thyroid hormone. Berberine also helps boost your body's production of glucagon-like peptide 1, aka GLP-1. When you eat, the GLP-1 hormone sends a signal to your pancreas that causes the release of insulin, which tells your cells to take in glucose from your blood, lowering your blood sugar. This is why GLP-1 agonist medications like Ozempic were originally developed to treat type 2 diabetes, a condition where your cells become resistant to insulin's actions over time. GLP-1 hormone also improves satiety, or the sense that you've had enough to eat, by activating certain areas of your brain. That's why it can help lower appetite and food cravings. GLP-1 slows down how quickly food moves from your stomach to your intestines, a process called gastric emptying. This keeps you feeling full longer, so you eat less, which can result in weight loss for some people. While berberine is not the same as Ozempic, you absolutely can boost your secretion of GLP-1 naturally using food, micronutrients, and nutraceuticals like berberine. One meta-analysis showed that just 1 gram of concentrated berberine significantly lowered cholesterol, BMI, weight, fasting glucose, hemoglobin A1C, and other metabolic markers. Speaking of fasting glucose, the second benefit of berberine we're going to cover is blood sugar balance and reduction of insulin resistance. Have you heard the term metabolic syndrome? It's used to describe a group of conditions that lead to increased risk for heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes, and includes excess belly fat or abdominal obesity, high triglycerides, low HDL cholesterol, high blood pressure, and high fasting glucose or high blood sugar. Berberine is an amazing strategy for folks who have metabolic syndrome because it addresses all of these conditions at the same time via AMPK activation. I like to think of berberine as a Goldilocks nutraceutical for glucose. Have you ever heard the children's fairy tale of Goldilocks and the Three Bears? If so, you'll probably remember that the main character of the story, a curious girl who comes upon the three bears' house in the forest, is seeking just right. Not too hot, not too cold, not too hard, not too soft, but just right. In the same way, berberine helps keep blood sugars and insulin levels from being too high or too low. Instead, it keeps them in the range of just right. When your blood sugar stays balanced, It not only helps your body burn stored fats, but it helps prevent metabolic syndrome. The beautiful thing about balanced blood sugar is that it doesn't just help you lose fat and prevent health problems down the road, it makes you feel a lot better right now, too. Stabilizing your glucose throughout the day can help resolve fatigue, mood swings, anxiety, depression, brain fog, joint pain, insomnia, and even hot flashes. Berberine has also been found to upregulate the expression of insulin receptor genes through activation of protein kinase C in the liver and muscle cells, leading to improved cellular glucose utilization and reduced insulin resistance. I think it's just amazing that berberine works on my genes to improve my health and decrease my risk of chronic disease. I mentioned cholesterol problems as part of metabolic syndrome, which leads us to our third benefit of berberine, decreasing lipid dysfunction and preventing cardiovascular disease. This is an important one, given that 92 million people in the United States take statins to lower their cholesterol. Globally, the estimate is close to 200 million people. Clearly, we have a problem here, especially when you consider that despite all those statins, 1 in 5 people in the U.S. die from cardiovascular disease each year. Makes you wonder if there isn't a better way to prevent and treat lipid dysfunction, doesn't it? Enter berberine. Not only does activating AMPK balance blood sugar and improve energy utilization, but it also supports healthy triglyceride and total cholesterol levels. Berberine also increases the expression of the liver low-density lipoprotein receptor, or LDLR gene, which leads to improved clearance of LDL cholesterol, the kind of cholesterol that can cause plaques and blockage of blood vessels. While having healthier cholesterol levels in your blood is a good thing, scientists are learning that it's even more important to prevent the oxidation of those LDLs, because oxidized LDL contributes to inflammation in the inner walls of your blood vessels, leading to damage, plaques, and blockages. Via activation of AMPK, berberine increases expression of endothelial nitric oxide synthase, or eNOS, which decreases oxidative stress. It also reduces oxidized LDL-stimulated production of reactive oxygen species and monocyte adhesion to endothelial cells. Basically, it decreases the processes that result in plaques and blockages. And what does it mean in real life to reduce plaques and blockages? Well, it means less risk of heart attack, stroke, and death from cardiovascular disease. So now you know that berberine can help you lose excess body fat, regulate your blood sugar, treat metabolic syndrome, and may even help prevent heart attacks and strokes. But we're not done yet. One of my favorite benefits of berberine is its impact on the gut, specifically the helpful bacteria that live in your gut called the microbiome. The most important thing to understand about the microbiome is that it plays a crucial life-sustaining role in your survival as a human. You could not live without your microbiome. It talks to your immune system, your brain, your liver, your lungs, and other body systems, keeping things balanced and functional by partnering with your own cells. And when the bacteria, yeasts, and other microbes in your gut are imbalanced, we call that dysbiosis. An unhappy microbiome can cause all sorts of problems, including blood sugar imbalance from poor digestion and absorption of your food, gas and bloating, diarrhea and constipation, chronic inflammation, depression and anxiety, hormone imbalance, and of course, fat gain and metabolic syndrome. Thankfully, our friend berberine can help us with this too. Berberine is useful for modulating the microbiome and getting rid of unfriendly microbes, including a common yeast called Candida that has a tendency to overgrow and cause problems like heartburn and reflux, bloating and gas, constipation, and even skin conditions like eczema and acne. Not only does it help handle overgrowth of unhelpful bugs, berberine can also increase the gut bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids, or SCFAs, which serve as an energy source or fuel for the cells of your intestines. Berberine also increases beneficial bifidobacterium, and a very special bacteria called Akkermansia, which is known for its anti-obesity and anti-inflammatory properties and inhibiting the growth of pathogenic strains. Akkermansia does a lot of other cool stuff, which I talk about in the video that I've lined up for you after this one. So be sure to stick around for that after we finish up here. This is a good time to mention that berberine is not an antibiotic. I see this issue come up a lot in relation to long-term use of berberine. And while berberine definitely helps the body get rid of unwanted or overgrown pathogens and has been shown to help treat antibiotic-resistant microbes like MRSA, taking berberine is not the same as taking a broad-spectrum antibiotic. For instance, antibiotics don't encourage growth of beneficial bacteria like berberine does. Berberine is anti-inflammatory, while antibiotics tend to be pro-inflammatory. And I've seen zero published evidence suggesting that berberine is unsafe to take long-term. Now, it's true that some people who take berberine experience side effects related to the gut, including changes in bowel regularity, bloating, and gas. For most, these side effects resolve themselves with time or an adjustment to their dose. If symptoms persist, it is almost always a sign that something deeper is going on in the gut. For example, bacterial overgrowth and SIBO, lack of digestive enzymes, inflammation in the gut, or gut barrier dysfunction, sometimes referred to as leaky gut. Whenever my clients report significant digestive symptoms when taking berberine, we order a functional stool analysis to determine the root cause of the reaction. If this is sounding familiar, I highly recommend ordering the same at-home stool test that I use with my one-on-one clients. We can ship it all over the world, and I'll even help you interpret your results. For more info and to request a kit, check out the link in the video description. That's also where you'll find the link to order my favorite berberine supplement, as I mentioned earlier. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found the information in this video helpful. If you did, would you take a quick minute to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel? Your support is much appreciated. Be sure to stick around for the next video all about Akkermansia, a keystone bacterial strain for fat loss, preventing autoimmunity, and digestive health. Thanks again, and we'll see you over there.